When I first walked into a farmer's compound in Nakuru, I was greeted with the usual scene: chickens scratching the ground, a proud cockerel crowing, and women preparing feed with maize bran and kitchen leftovers. But what caught my attention that day wasn't the flock itself. It was the farmer's words. "Doc, I haven't lost a single bird to Newcastle in 3 years, and I haven't used a single vaccine vial." I almost dropped my notebook. That sounded impossible. Every Kenyan poultry farmer knows Newcastle is merciless. One outbreak and you can lose half your flock in a week. Yet here was a smallholder farmer with no cold chain vaccines, no fancy vet kits, telling me his secret. He walked me over to a 5-liter jerrycan tucked in the corner of his kitchen. Inside was a bubbling, pungent mixture of garlic, ginger, and honey, fermented for weeks. At first I thought, surely this is another farmer's tale. But when I looked at his records, egg counts, mortality rates, feed conversions, it didn't look like superstition. It looked like science at work in the shamba. And that's what pushed me to dig deeper. Could garlic and ginger, two humble kitchen spices, really act as a natural vaccine for poultry? Could they help reduce disease outbreaks, boost immunity, and even save farmers money on vet bills? If you care about healthier chickens, stronger immunity, and better profits, give this video a like right now. Share it with another farmer who needs to hear this. Subscribe so you don't miss proven tips like this. And tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I'd love to know how farmers are innovating in your country. Let's talk about the reality of poultry farming today. Whether you're in Kiambu, Abuja, or Kampala, one of the biggest headaches you face is disease. Newcastle, Gumboro, coccidiosis, chronic respiratory infections, they strike without warning. Farmers often tell me, "Doc, I do everything right, but one small outbreak and I lose my whole profit margin." And it's true. In Kenya, Newcastle alone accounts for mortality rates of up to 70% in poorly managed flocks. Imagine you've reared 200 broilers to 4 weeks. You've already spent $400 on feed. Then in 3 days, half of them are gone. That's not just a bird loss, it's money straight down the drain. Family school fees postponed, projects stalled. Vaccines help, yes, but they come with challenges. Some rural areas have no cold chain. Sometimes the vaccine arrives dead before you even inject it. Other times, farmers administer it wrongly. Too hot water, dirty droppers, wrong timing, and when the vaccine fails, farmers feel cheated. That's why many turn to traditional remedies. Here's the kicker. Most of these traditional remedies are dismissed by vets as superstition. But the truth is, many of them have a scientific foundation. Garlic and ginger are not just food. They're pharmacological powerhouses. Garlic contains allicin, a sulfur compound with proven antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal properties. Ginger has gingerol and shogaol, bioactive compounds that fight inflammation and boost circulation. In human medicine, these are studied widely. In poultry, they're gaining serious attention. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Animal Science and Biotechnology found that garlic supplementation in broiler diets improved immune response, lowered cholesterol, and enhanced feed efficiency. Another trial in Nigeria showed that ginger extract reduced coccidiosis severity and improved survival rates. FAO guidelines even acknowledge the role of ethno-veterinary medicine in resource-limited settings, stressing that natural additives can complement, not replace, modern interventions. Now, let's break it down in farm language. You know how a strong fence keeps dogs from entering your compound? That's what a good immune system does for your chickens. Garlic and ginger don't replace the fence, but they make sure your guard dog is well fed, awake, and ready to bark. They strengthen the bird's natural defenses. Before I show you how to actually make this so-called natural vaccine, listen to this.
More often, your flock might be getting sick, your hens might be producing less eggs, and your birds might not be growing faster as you'll desire. Worry not, we have created an ebook with more than 49 natural organic herbs that will ensure a faster growth for your birds, ensure that your hens lay more eggs, and ensure that your birds have an enhanced health through treating diseases and pest eradication. These herbs ranges from simple and available products such as garlic and ginger to moringa, mango leaves, and pawpaw. This ebook explains each natural product or herb using a very simple layout. Background information, biochemical composition, benefits for the poultry birds, preparation, and finally inclusion levels or dosages. So you'll be able to apply the information even if you're a beginner farmer. On top of that, you will get free consultations to help you achieve your desired goals. Get the ebook using the link in the description of this video or scan the QR code on the screen right now. Are you ready to make more money farming poultry organically?
So, how do you actually make this so-called natural vaccine? Let me give you a simple farmer-tested method. Step 1. Get 1 kilo of fresh garlic and 1 kilo of fresh ginger. Wash them well, don't peel too much, and crush them roughly. Step 2. Put them in a clean plastic jerrycan. 5 liters is perfect. Step 3. Add 500 grams of raw honey or molasses. Step 4. Pour in 3 liters of clean warm water, not boiling. Step 5. Close the jerrycan tightly, but leave a small breathing hole for gas escape. Store in a dark corner of your kitchen for 14 to 21 days. Shake it once a day. By week 3, you'll notice bubbles and a strong smell. That's fermentation at work. Lactic acid bacteria are multiplying, breaking down sugars and producing bioactive compounds. What you now have is a probiotic tonic infused with natural antimicrobials. Dosage: for chicks, 5 milliliters per liter of drinking water 3 times a week. For growers and layers, 10 milliliters per liter of drinking water twice a week. For sick birds, you can go daily for 5 days. Always prepare fresh drinking water daily, never leave it to spoil. Let me give you a real story. Mama Jerry from Muranga had 150 kienyeji layers. She was losing 2 to 3 birds every week to respiratory issues. Vet drugs were costing her up to $20 a month. She started using garlic ginger ferment twice a week. Within 2 months, mortality dropped to almost 0. Egg production rose from 95 to 120 per day. Feed intake improved, and she noticed firmer droppings. Her vet bill shrunk to almost nothing. And here's the best part. Customers started saying her eggs tasted richer, more natural. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Doc, if this works, why do we still need vaccines? Good question. The truth is, garlic and ginger are not a substitute for core vaccines like Newcastle and Gumboro. They are a complement. Think of them like the seatbelt in your car. The vaccine is the engine oil. It keeps the machine running. But the garlic ginger ferment is the seatbelt. It reduces damage in case of an accident. If the vaccine fails, your birds are not left naked. They have backup immunity. Some farmers also worry, won't the ferment spoil or cause toxicity? If prepared correctly, no. The lactic acid environment prevents harmful bacteria. But don't use metal containers. The acids will react. And don't overdose. More is not always better. Stick to the dosages. There are also myths like garlic makes the eggs smell bad. In reality, when dosed properly, this doesn't happen. In fact, studies show egg yolk quality improves with garlic supplementation. Another myth, natural remedies are just placebo. That's not fair to the science. Research from India, Ethiopia, and Nigeria consistently shows measurable improvements in immunity and growth when garlic and ginger are used. So, what are the key takeaways for you today? Number 1. Poultry losses from disease are not just about viruses. They're about weak immunity. Strengthen the immune system and you cut losses drastically. Number 2. Garlic and ginger ferment is cheap, farmer-friendly, and scientifically sound. It costs less than $3 to prepare a 5-liter batch that can serve 100 chickens for a month. Number 3, this remedy is not magic and it doesn't replace good management. You still need vaccination, clean water, quality feed, and hygiene, but it gives you an extra shield. So, here's my challenge to you. Don't just watch this video and nod. Try it. Start small with 1 batch. Monitor your birds. Record your egg counts, mortality, and feed intake. In 3 months, compare your records. You'll be surprised. If this helped you, hit the like button right now. Subscribe for weekly poultry tips rooted in science and real Kenyan farm stories. Share this with a farmer who needs hope today. And remember, farming is not just about chickens, it's about feeding families, building futures, and working with nature, not against it. I'm Dominic, your poultry vet and consultant, reminding you that your flock's health is your family's wealth. Let's keep our birds stronger, our farms profitable, and our communities food secure.